There's just a vibe here, a certain kind of vibe. What was that movie called? The vampire movie? Lost Boys. Super vampire-y vibey here at Russian River, and I love it.
Well, how exactly do I describe a place like the Russian River Valley? Other than, it's amazing.
Thank you, awesome.
This isn't a place that you can explain in one sentence. The people, the culture, the history and location, it's complex. The area is located about 2.5 hours north of San Francisco, and the length of the river includes little towns and hamlets, each with their own quirks and characteristics. It's what makes the area so cool and diverse. But before these towns existed, it was the Pomo and the Coast Miwok Native Americans that inhabited this area for thousands of years. It wasn't until the 1800s when the European and Russian settlers arrived here in search for gold and resources. What they did find was far more valuable: the vast forests of the old-growth redwood. So I'm here in Armstrong Woods, which is one of the more impressive redwood groves that you can find in Northern California. I don't know if you've ever gone to Muir Woods down in Marin County, but the nice thing about Armstrong is it is just as spectacular and way quieter. The Russian River Valley had a great nickname back in the day. It was called Stumptown. Clear-cut redwood forests in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Yeah, I know. Clear-cut redwoods. That tree is 14 feet in diameter and approximately 1,400 years old. That's right, 1,400 years old, which means it was just a little baby in 600 AD. I can't even think of anything that happened during 600 AD. That's how old that tree is, and I'm looking at it in 2024. That tree is 1,300 years old. 700 AD. Trying to drag me to my knees, and I can't afford to fall apart every time we meet. Oh, there's a ghost after me.
So the Russian River is actually dotted with tons and tons of little secret beaches that if you're smart or a local, you can access. I, for one, know where many of those beaches are, and am I going to tell you? No. You know why? Because the locals here will lynch ya. But there is one public place that people love to go and swim, and that is Johnson's Beach. Found in the little town of Guerneville, Johnson's Beach is the ultimate place to hop on in. So Johnson's Beach was founded in 1918 by a gentleman named Gid Johnson. You might ask, who is Gid Johnson? I really have no idea. Over the years, Johnson's Beach just became sort of the heartbeat of the Russian River. 1920s, 1930s really helped the town of Guerneville boom. The cool thing is about the Russian River is that it's not an exclusive place. It's actually quite the opposite. It's a very inclusive place. Got a moment for an interview? I take that as a no.
I mean, that's cool. So I just sat down to try the Pat's International KFC fried chicken sandwich. Super excited about this. Tangy, super crunchy, or top 5. So there are basically 2 parts of the Russian River. There is the sunny, hot, blue, warm summertime parts of the Russian River Valley, and then there's the cold, foggy coastal side. I personally prefer the hot, sunny, warm side, but the cool coastal side is nice when you're, cooking at 90 degrees inland. Yes, that's right. I'm walking along the Pacific, and although it is beautiful, it is really cold out here. Probably, 55, 60 degrees. So remember, if you're too hot in Guerneville, head out to Goat Rock Beach and cool off, baby. Pretty cool. Fort Ross, what a cool spot. Definitely check it out when you're cruising around the Russian River. And just know, if you really want to know more about this place, keep your eyes peeled for an upcoming episode of Let's Go West Fort Ross Edition. Yeah, baby! All right, well, looks like we're eating ribs, Cajun slaw, little bread. I think I'm gonna need my napkin. Tucked in. Never mind. Delicious, smoky, tender. I'm a man who barbecues a lot. I can tell when good ribs are good ribs. And these are good ribs. I'd skip this. How dare they? Back to the ribs. Wow.
Okay, so we've seen amazing places, but what about all of these wild people?
A simple question for a simple mind.
Take Jerry Knight, for instance. This guy owns this crazy massive theater and runs the local radio station out of it.
Get out, be kind, enjoy your life, and pass it on. God bless you.
Or what about Bryce Schofield? Him and his wife started Mine and Farm, a beautiful hotel in the Russian River Valley where they cultivate cannabis on the property that you can smoke on their front porch.
We cultivate cannabis on site through our Share Garden program. We always try to have a mix of more of your heritage genetics, such as OG Kushes, Airheads, things like that, and of course newer stuff. And we have a variety of different ones this year we're very excited about.
Or what about Marguerite Wildenhain, this incredible Bauhaus artist who moves to Northern California in the 1950s to start Pond Farm? An art school of sorts where people would come from all over the country to do 9-week intensives to learn master pottery techniques from Marguerite.
The students did not take home any pots. The whole idea was the process, not the product. All their pots, after a day or however long they had them to work on, then they smashed them up and put them back in the pug mill to be reused.
But it's the LGBT plus community who has really made their mark here.
What does the Russian River area mean to the LGBT queer community, for the most part?
No, but it was always fun and accepting and warm, and that's why we like it.
In my mind, the river's been a queer space for decades. I mean, since I was young. Community here, particularly in Guerneville, it's very warm, receiving. They make money off us, but we give them a lot of love.
It's just a melting pot of amazingness, and now you can see why I call it a vibe. Hey, tell me your name.
Anna Maria.
Anna Maria, nice to meet you. I'm Alex.
Hi, Alex.
And I'm super excited to try your cheesecake.
What can I get you? Blackberry jam or homemade strawberry jam?
Dealer's choice.
Okay, the blackberry jam, like I said, was made only a couple hours ago, so it's super fresh, and I picked the berries this morning.
And so, while you're serving me,
Yes.
Can you just explain to me how you got to be in a truck that has a giant cheesecake on top?
I had this dream, I had this vision. I had no idea how it was gonna happen. But things good happen when you put it out there in the universe. And sure enough, my friend helped me construct this big ass cheesecake, and I found this truck on Facebook Marketplace.
And did I hear correctly that this cheesecake paid for you to go to UC Berkeley?
Yeah, I baked my way through Berkeley, one cheesecake at a time.
I'm sorry, did you guys hear that? Baked her way through Berkeley.
Yeah, thousands of cheesecakes later.
I love it.
And became the first in my family to go to college, debt-free, because of my business. Thank you.
That's amazing. And what did you study?
Studied business, but this is my real education.
Yeah.
I've been slinging cheesecakes for some time now.
I can't wait to try them. Let's do this.
Monster.
Just totally natural land. It's private to the campground. You've got your own private beach just across the street. There's no houses in sight. It's a beautiful place to paddleboard or tube because the river is very slow there. You can go upriver or downriver here. And I basically treat it like a preserve.
So there are a lot of options for camping in the Russian River Valley, but one of my favorites is the Schoolhouse Canyon Campground. It's set in this incredibly beautiful shaded valley full of redwoods and bay laurel trees. The spots are immaculate, they're super clean. The guy, Chris, who owns the campground, is amazing. Obviously, he cares so much about this beautiful, beautiful space. I would highly recommend camping here. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. There's only one word, in my opinion, that represents the Russian River, and that is wow. What a cool place. Great people, great vibe, great food, secret spots, paddle boarding, foggy, mysterious beaches. Don't try to do it all in one trip. There's too much to see, too much to do. And just remember, I'm Alex Farnham, and this is Let's Go West. Bye!
Did you know that the Russian River was called the Slavyanka River?
Arr, here comes the Russians!